latch problem, okay? It used to be in here, right? Let me see if I can do this. It used to be sitting right over here, right? And ultimately, the latch up top right here will then go right deeply into here and then hook everything up. How I took this out was there were 2 screws up top. You got one here and one here. No, that can't be right. One here and one here. And it's actually a, let me see. It's a star wrench, and it's, what number is this? It looks like a T27. I just cut my hand. Okay, so these are the 2 screws that we're talking about. And underneath, there's a bar right over here, if you can see it. There are 2 screws, as you can see, one here and one here. And these are the same size. These are also the T27s. So once you do that, this whole thing comes out. I think I know what my problem is. As you can see this right here? This should be in line with that. Unfortunately, somehow someone forced it all the way out. So what I may need to do is, let me see if I can make it, if I can actually move this to put this in. If I can't, I have to take this spring out, and I gotta be careful before it springs in my face. Take this out so I can replace it back in and then put everything back in. Then we can test the latch to make sure it works. This is a little bit wiggly, but I think it's still okay. So we'll see. This was hooked over here. This is hooked over here. So what I tried to get this out, but it was just too hard. So instead, I went for the smaller one. By doing that, I was able to free this up enough where I can take a look. And all I needed to do after that was to push this back in, right? So earlier on, this didn't even move at all. So now this is moving. So all I have to do now is put this back in, right? Lock it back in the car, the 2 locks on top and 2 locks at the bottom. And then we could test out my theory. Granted, this is only a $80 replacement part if I need to buy one, but I just want to be able to see if I can actually make it work with the existing. Then I can use the money to do other things, of course. All right? I will do another part soon. So here's the sad news. While I get the function to work, what I've just realized is, see this piece right here? This is where you connect in the trunk release cable. That goes inside your car right underneath your steering wheel at where your feet is. So unfortunately, without this mechanism will work, but then we won't be able to release it. So unfortunately, this is riveted on, right? Well, actually, it's a metal, you know what I mean. It's not some kind where it's a screw that you can take apart and then buy an alternative. It's one full unit. So unfortunately, even while this works, I have to buy a new one. So I will continue this video soon after the part comes in. Okay, so here's the broken one, right, with the broken latch. Here's my new one that came in. So what I'm going to do is, there's a wire underneath right over here. So I'm going to hook that into that hole, okay? And then I'm just going to put it back together. 2 bolts on top, and then 2 bolts at the bottom, okay? And then we can test it out. 2 bolts are on tight, okay? The 2 bolts down here are on tight as well, right? The wire is right here. So if I were to put the hood down, I should be able to unlatch it. All right, here's anything. All right, let me play around some more, I guess. Okay, so it works. The problem I had was the latch was actually facing the wrong direction. Now that it's facing the right direction, there you have it. This is how you unhook. So this was the problem. This latch was in the wrong direction. So when I close it, I got to make sure it's in the right. Not ideal, but yeah. There you have it. Not perfect, but it's one more thing I've accomplished.